They don't find a weak bone in his body. He's not to be dictated to. He's not to be controlled by outside forces. He's a man who says what he pleases. He goes where he pleases. He does what he pleases. For the very reasons that we love him. We love him because he unites us together as brothers and sisters. There are many who desire to control his tongue. You have heard so much about him, but in a few minutes you're going to hear from him. Good brothers and sisters, the haters are on the outside. All I feel is wall-to-wall, wrap-around love.
The big payback. This is it's gonna be a fun episode. I'm gonna thank everybody for tuning into the Daily Cope once again. I am your host, Apollo the G, the Philly Special, and this is the Daily Cope. We're gonna go over this is a special edition now. So we're gonna go over some topics just within the 2-year mark of the new I'm not going to say the Trump presidency, it's the MAGA presidency, because we've had 2 years of Senate control and 2 years of House control and the executive by one Donald T. Rump. But there's a lot of things that lessons that I want to learn from this. Now, I am a person who agrees with the outlook of Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries of that. Letting Trump and the Republicans run this, anyone with eyes can see they've screwed up royally on a multitude of levels, and knowing that was going to happen and that they had no power to stop it, I feel like that was the best route to take. And now look at it. As a result of that, Democrats are winning all over the place. Of course, the progressives will claim that that's there because of them and their message, whatever. But so that is, there are some mistakes that we made before MAGA was ever a thing with these groups right here, and I believe we can't make those mistakes again. We cannot make those mistakes again, and we got to get. And there's a payback. There's a payback already happening, but there's a payback that we need to give to these people, and make sure that we never fool and duped by these people again. When I was young, I voted with these people in mind and their rights under the law and what they deserved and, their causes. I really did. But what I realize now is that they don't give a damn about me. And today I am starting a party. It's called the Singles Party. For the people who do not have children, the people who are not married, the people who get taxed unbelievably and get none of the benefits of that taxation because it goes to all those people that we aren't part of their group. And they don't care if we ever get anything. So why are we voting for their betterment? Why are we voting for these people? Let's start at the beginning. Number one, truckers. I remember when Joe Biden ran. I remember when every president ran. Every president has always talked to the union, especially Democratic presidents have always dealt with the union. And truckers are an important part of our country. And these are hard working individuals who make sure that we get all the things we need. Let me remind you people why things went up during the pandemic is because these guys gouged us. These trucking companies gouged us. They raised their rates so high. They raised them so high because they could. They gouged us. And a lot of them backed Trump in the first presidency because they're racist. A lot of them are racist and homophobes. And even though they ride around in their trucks and stop and suck as many ducks as they can before they have to get back on the road and go home to their wives who are none the wiser. The truckers basically got catered to by Biden and by Obama, but by Biden made sure that they got their pension that Trump let be held off during his term. But when Biden got in, he made sure he fought and got them their pension, got them their agreements, and helped mediate those agreements for them and the auto workers. Right? So they gouged us in the pandemic, and they made so much money when we had so little. They got what they wanted out of Biden, and he fought for them. Then Trump ran again, and they screwed us because they had got what they wanted. They got their agreement, and then they could go back to being hateful, racist pieces of shit again. Why would the truckers ever vote against the Democratic Party, which has always been for the unions? Because they hate minorities. They're racist. And the white guys want to get rid of the minority drivers so they can have more routes and get more money because all they are is paper chasers. So what I'm going to say is I will never in my fucking life vote for your benefit again. If there's a presidential candidate or any kind of candidate that goes with my goals, but they say, you know what though, I'm going to destroy the trucking industry. Great. When they start voting on automatic load haulers, I'm all for it. I hope they put every single one of you out of business. And I hope you look back and say MAGA and wear your little MAGA hat. Keep your little truck though. Damn. I hope that you all have your own trucks and you fight against them and those industries destroy you. And then you have to go get another job. And because you can't read, you couldn't graduate high school, you couldn't keep a real life together, you will never be able to work a regular job. You will be working odd jobs for the rest of your life until you drop dead. That's what you deserve. Because you voted against every child that died in Gaza, every child that died in Iran, every child that died in America. You that's on you. I will never let the truckers forget that you put Trump in office. You did. So for as far as I'm concerned, if you think it's every man for themselves, so good, great. Because Trump has screwed you specifically, and I love it. I hope that Trump's come out with a AI trucking company and put you all out of business. I will not feel bad, and I will never vote for you again, ever again. And I want this to be clear, and I want other people to feel the same way when you think about how much you voted to thinking about the truckers when they used to bring it up every single election cycle. I don't care about them anymore. Bezos has little drones. Oh, auto workers, I didn't forget you either. Everything to them, you get the same thing. Everything that I said to the truckers, you get that same thing. Everything down to the letter, because you did the same exact thing. Biden came in and got you an historical deal. Your leader even went for Biden and Kamala. But when Kamala got in to the picture, everybody got shaky. She wasn't offering enough. You weren't sure of her plan. She was just part of the group that got you your historical deal and got you everything you wanted in a business which is really not great to invest in right now. He got the deal where you guys were going to get the funding to make electric cars and sell them at this kind of price and get paid the subsidy from the government to cover that cost. But you didn't like trans athletes, or you didn't like the border. Or the Mexicans that buy your trucks. So now, because of Trump's bumbling, the Asian car market is going to obliterate you. Listen clearly. They are going to, or in the process of, obliterating you.
Damn.
I would never buy an American car.
Damn.
Ever. And if your parts aren't cheap enough, I would never buy the parts from you.
Damn.
Auto workers screwed us and voted with Trump. Not a huge majority. It was like a 50-50, but the small majority was in his favor. After Biden did all of that for you, after Democrats voted for you to get what you got, you said, "Oh, we got ours. We don't care about anybody else having health care plans or having guaranteed wages and paid time off and maternity leave. We don't care if anybody else gets that because Trump don't want that for anybody. But we got it. So we'll still vote for him and his racist policies because we want the racist policies and we want to have our cake and eat it too while everyone else eats nothing but shit. Was that fair? But now I'm supposed to buy American so that you can keep your jobs that you hand down through that you basically have been are like nepotist. And your family just gets in these jobs and it all stays the same color. You may have a couple of brown or black people there, but then it's going to get to a generation where their youth can't take the obvious racism and classism that's going on in there, and they'll leave. And then you have another white person stepping in place, and then that family line, and then it's nepotism, white people. We know how it goes. I will never ever buy an American car because of that. Y'all can go to hell. And I hope that you go out of business. And the next time like we need you need a bailout, idiot, you Obama need yourself. Obama gave if you go home and sit home and don't drive that truck, Democrat, and no one's driving trucks, you don't get no goods either, you dickhead. For stupid stuff like praise you for doing something that you need, your dumb ass family needs. When if a transsexual goes into a male bathroom, a transsexual female goes into a male bathroom, there's a high likelihood of them getting raped. But that's what you want because you're weird like that, and you think they deserve it on some weird shit like that because you're weird like that. Auto workers, there's nothing you could tell me. Auto workers and truckers, nothing you could tell me why you voted for that man and why you screwed the rest of America over when you have everything that most Americans are fighting for. A health plan, a secure job, and a share in the profits of that job. That's all Americans want. You voted against everything that is democratic and equal. You voted against all of that. And knowing that you have it, what most Republicans think that you shouldn't have, you have it, and you voted with those people who think you shouldn't have it, like they're not going to try to take it away from you at some point. And I hope they do. I hope they do. I hope you all suffer. And if you wonder why all, because you're a union, baby, I hope you all get the same thing. I'm going to use your own shit against you. In fact, I swear, let there be a candidate that says we're going to basically we're never back in the union again. They're all on their own. They have to handle their own shit. But we're going to help all the other industries unionize. Bet. I'm all for that. I say never help you again. And auto workers, same thing. No one needs you. The Asians do it cheaper and better. Canadians do it cheaper and better. Mexicans do it cheaper and better. You can go home, sir. See your way out. I don't care if we move every single car factory out of this country. Pave paradise and put in a parking lot. The truckers and the auto workers, they did it for money. And I'll say even some of you Christians, some of you fake Christians did it for money. Let's be honest. The Grahams and the Falwell. No, I don't think Falwell was down with him before he went. All these preachers, TV preachers, and all that. And that the bull who spoke at his inauguration, the fake Martin Luther King dude, like the evil Kevin Hart, him, like Soul, whatever his name is. Those guys, oh yeah, they loved it. They got what they wanted out of it because they don't believe in none of that crap anyway. They're just trying to use the masses for it to become millionaires. But Christians, how will you ever live this down? See, you supported slavery. You supported genocide. You supported all types of stuff in the past, but you always said, well, you know, it wasn't all of us. There were some of us who were abolitionists and fighting. No, okay, not now. And the greatest part about the internet is that you people were so strong in your values that you got on line and you talked about it. And you were quite clear about what you believe God thinks and how it was supposed to be, blah, 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 yakety smackety. And you showed your ass. You followed Charlie Kirk. And then after Charlie Kirk died, you lost your ever-loving mind and started, for some reason, threatening black people. I still don't get that. Like, what did we do to Charlie Kirk? It was one of you to shot him, one of your Mormon brethren. So, and then you blame the world for the evils that your Mormon brethren committed. White Christians have done more crime in this country than anyone. Anyone. You can use your little 1350 stat that worked for about maybe a decade, but look at the entirety of this country. White Christians are murderous, and the great part about it is they never faced any punishment for their crimes. All the people who did those murders in Salem, they were not punished for that. All the people who fought in the Civil War and fought for slavery, they weren't punished for that. All the people who had slaves, they weren't punished for that. All the people who raped and murdered Mexicans and or Native Americans, they were never punished for that. They were only rewarded, which is why we have our current status of white America, where they feel like you can't ever shake a finger at them.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you.
But white Christians they've got a lot on their hands. Because at the beginning of his presidency, he said that he was God's will and God's hand, not thinking about where that hand has been. Yeah. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't even think that Trump is a pedophile. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I mean, he says pedophile things, but I think Trump is gay, which I know to me is not a big deal, but to the MAGA right, that is Satan's work. But I believe he's very gay. If you look at it, he loves interior decorating. He loves exterior decorating. The Rose Garden was too filthy for him. He needed to get rid of all that dirt and just pave it over because it just turns into mud anyway. He loves how the gold leaf has to be certain accents, and he did a whole walk of fame for the presidents, and he is always talking about renovating something, making something more fabulous. Then he also has his speeches where he went on for 15 minutes talking about Arnold Palmer's penis, or how he always has to compliment men with saying how good they look, or he has to compliment their body or touch them all the time. When he talked to Paulo Costa after the UFC event, glistening in all that sweat, he could not help but touch his leg and his arm over and over again and tell him that he was too pretty to be fighting. Now, where the weird pedo stuff that he says comes from is that he comes from the 70s and the 80s where you could say stuff like that and it was thought of as like you are a real playboy, you're a real edgelord. And he says what he thinks that straight guys want to hear and what straight guys think. And it is true because so many people have excused it, knowing that it's disgusting. Like if someone ever said the stuff he said about his daughter or the stuff he said about young girls, that is just not right, weird. And that's why he was okay hanging around Jeffrey Epstein, because it made him seem like he was a ladies' man when he just wanted the fellas. And that was the secret that Jeffrey Epstein kept for Donald Trump. Bubba. I know what you're saying. You're saying that makes sense. And I just made that up. But it does make sense. But I would love for that to be the case, because then he's not a sexual deviant, which is everybody's disgusted by. He's just gay. And that's just going to hurt these guys. It's going to hurt them deeply because they elected him. God's hand was... let's not go there. But... you put your faith in perhaps the biggest liar. If the Bible is real, he is the Antichrist. You're wearing his mark on your forehead and with the MAGA cap. He has basically turned everything inside out. He has made the godly thing seem like the wrong thing, and the wrong thing seem like the godly thing. You people want to deny strangers and bomb children. Or bomb people. Let's not even go to the children thing. You just want to bomb people. You want to assert your dominance. You want someone else not to have a nuclear bomb so that you're the only one with a nuclear bomb, so that you're the only one that can threaten people with nuclear disaster. What? You want to not fund children that need after school programs and food and things like that to build nuclear bombs that we will never use. We have more nuclear bombs than could ever be set off on this planet. If we set off that many nuclear bombs, there will be no more planet. We alone have that many nuclear bombs, and I advise you to look it up because you don't know. We have that, and now we're about to let Saudi Arabia build them, but not Iran. You don't see the controversy there. You don't see the racism there, the religious persecution there. Are you serious? And you think that Saudi Arabia would build one, and then Iran wouldn't offer them enough money to buy one? Saudi Arabia would sell their mother for the right amount, or China wouldn't sell Iran one. You don't want them to have one because you want Israel not to be afraid to go in there and do what they're doing right now. And Christians, you helped the crusade that killed millions of women and children. So if when you meet at those gates and Jesus says to you, why didn't you help Gaza? Why didn't you help Iran? Why didn't you help the kids here? What are you going to say? America first? Good luck. For everyone who's watching, I'd like to say thank you for viewing and following. If you don't follow and you don't like the streams, please do. It costs you nothing, and it also helps, get the message out there. You may not agree 100% with my message, but it is something to get out there. And I invite you to comment and give your counter opinions in the comments. If you don't, then there's nothing I can do to help you. But this is my favorite group to hate on, especially right now. Parents. Because Will Smith was right. Parents just don't understand. Parents of today, the people who are my age and younger and older, they are idiots. By definition, if you want to say that people in the world today are horrible, guess who had them? Guess who raised them? Right? I've heard my whole life that I have no meaning because I'm not a parent. I've been trying to raise adults. You idiots don't even take the information. I'm going to raise someone who is born ignorant and stupid and try to take them from the beginning. I'm trying to take you people who have seen the stuff in front of your own eyes and you don't listen. So why would I want another smaller version of me that's dumber than you?
Damn.
So you can lie to them and tell them other stupid things, and then I have to combat those lies every day and prove to them that I'm smart, even though I already have proven that. I could be right as rain, and people will look me in the face and say, oh, but you didn't know that. I told you before and ahead of time, warned you of what would happen if you didn't do it, but I didn't know it would happen. I need you to go back over these videos in a couple of years and tell me I didn't say all these things that were going to happen that happened. And I have hundreds of videos, and it's already starting to come to fruition. But parents, the people who tell me that I have no meaning in my life because they have these children that they don't even know or want to know. Parents spend their days trying to get away from work and their kids. Kids spend their days trying to avoid their parents and school. And those kids spend their time with people who don't really like them or admire them, or they just use them. Like you raise a bunch of lemmings and sheep. You let your kids look up to people like Conor McGregor and Sean Strickland and all of these ridiculous wrestlers. I'm not even going to go into their names. Let's just say Hulk Hogan. You let them look up to people like that. You let them look at the Trump. You let them look at the Nick Fuentes. You don't even know what they're doing in their bedroom. They're in the bedroom calling somebody hard R's all day, and you don't know that. And then black parents, your kids are in there online listening to these white kids call them this, to the point where they got to make a decision in their head. Either they're going to be militant about it and stand up for themselves, or they're going to be docile about it and just let it happen, which is the worst one. I don't care how mad you get. You should stand up for yourself. But
point me in that direction.
being docile and letting it happen. I know so many black people that are telling me when I get upset with hearing the N-word from a white person, oh, well, why are you making a big issue out of it? Nigga, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm not even going to explain to you anymore. If I have to explain to you at this point in time, you're retarded. But I will explain it to you for the one time. The question is this. If you want to say nigga, I'm going to ask you why. And your answer will never be sufficient without saying I want to be racist. If you say I want to be racist, by all means, go ahead. But there's no other reason why. Just so you can go along with a song or you can fit in with the crowd. You're fitting in just fine, motherfucker. Fuck out of here. You parents are just sicking me. I pay taxes. I pay the same taxes as you. I pay the same taxes as you. But you get more back at the end of the year because you have kids. Why? You're taking more resources. Right? I'm paying for little league fields and parks and dog parks and shit. Shit I don't even use and I don't get no money back. Why shouldn't I get more money back? Because I don't use that shit. So, which means I'm paying for your fabulous life while you tell me that I don't have the right to be gay. I don't have the right to be atheist. I don't have the right to be black. But why do I? And that your kids shouldn't have to learn about black history or gay rights. They shouldn't have to respect anybody they don't want to respect. The fuck is you on? But then if I punch your little kid in the face for saying some smart shit, I'm wrong. Even though the kid can threaten me, the kid can tell me, "Oh, you don't know why." You know how they get nowadays. Oh man, you think you know, old head. You think you know, unk. All that. Everybody think they can fight till they gotta fight. Watching that Jake Paul shit. But parents, a lot of parents voted with Trump. Saying that, oh, I don't want my daughter to have to play in the sport against a man. And I say, oh, okay, well, when did your daughter ever have to do that? Oh, she hasn't had to yet, but I don't want that to ever happen. Then shut the fuck up. That's like me saying I don't want to fucking ever encounter an alien, motherfucker. I'm a vote on the anti-alien party. Dumbass motherfucker. You stupid as shit. I don't want men going. I had a friend say to me, "Oh, I don't want grown men going in the bathroom with my daughter." You don't eat. What if you had to go in the bathroom with your daughter, dickhead? How do you know? How would you ever know? How would you ever know? That's like me saying when a woman has to bring a male child into the bathroom, into the women's bathroom because she's with them. Or the opposite, a man has to bring in his daughter to the men's bathroom. It's like me acting stupid and acting like the fool about it. Like, dog, shut the fuck up. You're not even really sure. I don't give a fuck who goes into a bathroom, who uses a bathroom. I don't care who uses the bathroom. Like, that's not my focus. My focus is not who's using the bathroom or who's using the bathroom with me. That's why I think all bathrooms should have stalls anyway. I think urinals is fucking weird. I think that's specifically gay. Let me stand next to you with both of our dicks out and piss in the individual stalls that don't cover anything and don't stop any piss from splashing anywhere. Like, it's just really weird. Yeah, but parents like you. What did you vote for? You voted for. You didn't want your kids to learn about LGBTQ. Anybody who says that says to me that you don't respect those people. See, when I hear kids say stuff about gay people, like I saw on Twitter the other day, there was this kid who had like this anti-gay rap, and he kept saying, "Oh yeah, the gay people are demons trying to get us, and they trying to get kids, the transgender." It was weird. It was a real weird song, and I'm just like, this is why I hate parents. If you feel that way, your kid shouldn't feel that way. Your kid shouldn't even know that kind of hate, because see, what this is the whole point of learning about it in schools. You're learning to mind your business. You're learning what are the norms in society, and you're trying to make homosexuality and transsexuality so abnormal, but it's been around for a long time. It's actually been around as long as Christianity, if not longer. So like, you people are just like, and it's been around longer than Christianity, but Jesus said nothing about it in the Bible. All the things he said he hate. That motherfucker said he hates you eating shellfish. He was as specific as shellfish, but didn't say enough about the homosexuals. I don't get it. He did say a lot about minding your own motherfucking business too. And yeah. And he also said when the church is lying to you and selling stuff to you, that's when you go in there and flip them tables. The church is selling you everything right now, including a dream. Trump gave nothing to Christians. He didn't give money to Christians. He's made billions of dollars. He's giving nothing because he doesn't like Christians. He doesn't care. He thinks you're idiots. And he knows he doesn't have to give you anything, and you will still follow. All he has to say is praise Jeebus. Be mad all you want, people. And I know people are going to hate this episode, but I want you to hate this episode. But I also want you to remember.
Oh, and remember Bionic Man? Remember Chewbacca again? Oh, I love to remember Chewbacca. Hey, remember when there weren't so many Mexicans? Oh, I remember. Remember when marriage was just between a man and a woman? I remember. Oh, I remember. Yeah. Remember feeling safe? Remember no ISIS? Remember Reagan? Oh, I remember. Oh, remember.
I want you to remember, pull the member berries out. And I want you to remember that these guys fucked you for the dumbest of reasons. And now they're going to be getting fucked, and they're going to ask for your vote to help them with things. I'm not voting for parents or nothing. I don't care how much parental leave you get. I do not care. I do not care how much you get for education. I do not care. Go ahead and do the charter schools and the voucher service, the voucher programs. Love it. Great. I don't care if your kids ever go to school. Don't care what they do. Don't care if they ever get educated, smart, or whatever. I don't care if they all hit the pipe until they can't hit the pipe no more.
Shut up. I know I was wrong being on that girl, man. This crack shit, man, it's got me, man. I don't got no control over it, man. I try to kick, man. Shit just be calling me. It's calling me.
That's not my problem. Parents are no longer my problem or my focus. I have nieces and nephews that I have never talked to or ever received a birthday card from. So the kids in my own family don't care about me, and their parents as well. So why should I care about these perils of parenthood? If you look at the statistics, most people are single without children. So we need to take over this country, people. I know you're watching, because I know you're probably the only people the kind of people that watch me. So know this: give up on trying to help these groups of people. Give up on these. If they ever talk about these people with voting when they're campaigning, get away from that person. I don't care. Don't talk to me about none of this. Okay, this is the last topic of the show. I want to thank everybody who did tune in once again. Like, follow, and share. Cost you nothing. I'm not asking for your subscriptions. I'm not asking for your Patreon money. I'm not asking for your donations. I'm just asking for you to listen and tune into the stuff that I say, so I can make more of it, and then comment in here and tell me what you think. If you don't agree with me, tell me you don't agree with me. Why is that so hard? And then have a conversation. And if you don't know, if you don't look at my comments, I always comment back, or I'll like it at the very minimum least. I will never just dislike it and then just go on. I will answer you back, because I know where I'm coming from. I want to know where you're coming from. But anyway, on that note, here's the last topic. Last topic is the payback of white America. And it's not. And so before you start panicking and shaking, it's not from us. It's not from me. It's not from the minorities. It's from your own children. Your own children, because of what you've done, are now looking at the hypocrisy that you have pushed for years and for decades. And because you're so stupid, all the lies that you tell about gay people and LGBT people, they are all in your lives. It's just that you beating them down so bad that they're all closeted, but they're there. And your kids are going to meet one sooner or later, and it's going to reveal to them that maybe you were wrong about everything. And then they have the internet now, and they have social media. They can see and talk to other people about it and find out how much you don't know and how embarrassing you are as a person. And it's happening right now. You're looking at it. You have people like Hassan Piker who are harnessing that. You have people like Charlie Kirk who were harnessing that. And that's exactly what Charlie Kirk did. Charlie Kirk, what he did was he took a strong message like Christianity and empowered it to make these children call their parents fucking blasphemers and hypocrites. And their parent, being Christians, had to just roll with it. You change the mind of the youth, you change the mind of the nation. Now, do I agree with either one of them? No. But what they also did that was that is absolutely disgusting was they used a white erasure message. They used a message of white erasure so that people would fear immigrants and minorities and whatever they wanted them to fear. They used a message of white people are being victimized, downtrodden, disrespected, not listened to. And if you listen to the progressives, they were saying the same thing directly after the election. They were saying, they didn't listen to young white men, which showed me, and that's what first let me know that the progressives are not what you think they are. They are MAGA. They only care about white males because they're the majority. If you don't care about them, you're stupid. You're not going to fix anything. You're not going to change anything. But yeah, so they pitched the white America message. Trump did as well. White males, what did J.D. Vance say? White males, you don't have to apologize for being white anymore.
In the United States of America, you don't have to apologize for being white anymore.
Who the fuck told you had to apologize for being white? Who the fuck told you had to apologize for anything? Except your own racism that you portray. And by saying things like, black people don't deserve reparations, guess what? That's racism. Because if you're saying that we don't deserve reparations overall, you're crazy. If you're saying that we don't deserve it from you, that may be true. That may be totally true. That is an arguable thing. But if you're saying we don't deserve any at all, you're crazy. You are a racist. That means you just saying that because you don't believe that we deserve human rights. You will cheer when all these people, all these women get money settlements, like when, who's the girl? Cassie got money settlements from Puffy. Y'all said that was right. If he would have went to jail, if he did a crime, he should go to jail. I don't give. Why is he paying for anything? Why is he giving her money? Money shouldn't fix a crime. You know what I'm saying? But if it was fine then, why is it not fine now, 200 years later, for the hurt that we've had to experience? Every family that was hurt by the Ku Klux Klan should be suing the Ku Klux Klan right now as an organization and winning. Why is that not happening? White America, you have proven to me that you are racist. And if you aren't racist, you are closely connected to racist and you love racists and think they have the right to be racist. I do not agree.
Damn.
I do not agree. Racists do not have the right to do anything except die or go to some cave and die.
Damn.
They have no right to live, especially not in this country. None whatsoever. If you think that you have the right to control someone else's movements and trajectory in life just simply because of your skin color and theirs, you deserve to be beaten with a bat around the head. I don't care. I do not care. And the payback for you is coming. And all of you people, and I'm sorry, and I don't care what anyone thinks about me saying this, all of you people who are killing these young black people out here with your lynchings, we are on to you. We are on to you. And karma is going to come back around. I promise you. I promise you. All you people joking about it online, same thing. Remember this. Remember how all of you are right now and how you were about a year and a half ago. Because you were so proud of putting in that weirdo in the presidency. As if it was going to change your life. Well, we shall see. When those tears start flowing and everybody's ignoring you, remember you bought it on yourself. Because people like me who were caring about everybody and real empathetic to everybody, you have ruined it. You have completely ruined it. It's all on you. But with that said, that's our show. I want to appreciate everybody for checking it out. This is just a special I wanted to put together about these specific groups that screwed us this year. I mean, not this year, but last election. And they're going to try to slide back in like they never left. They're going to try, and here's another thing: is the worst. They're all going to try to say that it was Biden that ran them off, or it was Kamala that ran them off. Don't believe that nonsense. And if it was Kamala, it's because she was black and or female. So don't believe these people. These people are worthless, and when their justice comes, and it's all coming, like I said, the truckers, they're building AI trucks now. The companies are already purchasing the orders. Auto workers, the Asian companies are already running y'all out of business. And all it is up to Americans not to buy these cars for these American auto workers. Christians, I don't even know what to say to you. Like, you just keep on. You got the dirt. You keep on fucking up. Parents, go fuck yourself, you and your kids. I'm tired of trying to make sure that you guys have everything you want and that this world is a safe place for your kids to grow up in, and then you voted for what you voted for. And then white America, I am tired of trying to make you feel comfortable about your grandparents and your great grandparents being fuck. I'm tired of making excuses for you and your parents and your grandparents and your grandparents' grandparents being disgusting, filthy, pedophile, rapist, racist, slave owners. And acceptance of slavery. So even if they didn't have slaves, they still accepted it happening. So no, you do not get a pass. There are no passes. It's only payback now. So if you thought for years, oh, these people have a vendetta, you fucking right now. I definitely have a vendetta. And it's not that I want to do any harm to you. It's just that knowing that karma's going to come around, do not reach to a man like me to help you with my vote or with my any of my wealth or anything I can help you with. There will be none, sir. You have drawn the line on where you stand. You stay on that side, and you don't come back. There's some people who are not allowed to come back from MAGA, and these are them. These are them. Because you have exploded. You have given me so much character by you doing this. So no, you can all go F yourself. And that's our show. Once again, we need to learn our lessons. And we need to stop leaning from side to side and just do what's right. So stop leaning to the left and stop leaning to the right. Let's try to move forward. Peace.
Oh.